Hello everyone, I'm Leo Lorenzoni, ComDev here for The Division 2, and I'm here today with Yannick Bonchereau, the creative director for Division 2. Welcome.
Hello, it's us again.
It's us again, yeah.
Yes.
After the PTS, we are here again for a packed stream. We're going to talk about the Mutiny season, the new season of Year 7 of The Division 2. We're going to talk about the new feature, NPC companions, all the modifiers, the gear. We're going to talk about the season pass, the events that we're going to have. And in the end, you'll be able to watch the dev diary for the season. So stay tuned to the end. That you're gonna see the whole summary of everything that we're gonna cover here during this stream. This season is called Mutiny. We talked about that since Gamescom, so we've been hinting the fact that we're gonna have this after the pact. It's something that everybody knew. But now it's finally here. Now we're going to be able to discuss a little bit about that. And before we dive into the season, let's watch the trailer.
What part of your dare you not understand? Try to have anything. No!
那个溜溜球是可以炸死人的，我那个不知道。我是蛮期待有啦。哦，明天更新。
Amazing. So tomorrow we have Mutiny available on Division 2, and today we're going to talk a little bit about that. Before talking about all the features and everything that we have planned for this season, and without spoilers, what can we talk about the Mutiny lore? Because if players have played now the pact that has finished with the climax mission, probably they kind of know what's happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you've been following the events of the current season that is reaching an end, the pact, you should be able to kind of piece it together. But for those who didn't, sorry, we're going to enter spoiler territory for this current season. But yeah, there was an attempt to actually form an alliance between all the factions. All of that, of course, influenced and led by the Black Tusk and Natalia Sokolova. All of that led to a meeting that was supposed to take place at Tidal Basin. And of course, as the Division tends to do, we ruined the party. We showed up there, took down a bunch of the leaders of the factions, and made that alliance impossible, resulting in a lot of chaos and the factions turning on each other, or everybody blaming each other, and the Black Tusk abandoning everyone, and the True Sons being kind of left alone there as well. As part of that, Anderson, the leader of the True Sons, escaped. So did Natalia Sokolova. So this season takes place immediately after, and what we're seeing here is the aftermath, and especially within the ranks of the True Sons. If you remember events from a lot of seasons ago, we had already established the fact that there are some True Sons that are growing in a way discontent with the leadership, that are questioning the leadership. And this is kind of the resultant of all of that. This is the failure of their leadership, the failure of that pact, and members of the True Sons more and more questioning, are we on the right side of history? And now some of them start actually rising against their leadership. So in this season, you will get to help the defectors, as we call them, which are the True Sons that have decided to take arms against their former faction. And in helping them, you will be able to make them allies.
Yeah, and this all leads to our main feature of the season, that is the NPC companions. Here you're seeing the key art of Mutiny season. You can see two true sons aiming at each other, so expressing this kind of civil war that is happening within this faction. And the NPC companion is something that the community knows since the Gamescom. So we tease there, we talk about that. A lot of people speculate about what could be. A few weeks ago, I think 3 weeks ago, we came to a PTS stream and we discussed a little bit more about that. But thanks to that feedback, we shaped, we improved, and now we're able to finally launch to the whole community, so everybody can play, not only the PTS community, but everybody in all platforms will be able to play tomorrow with the NPC companion. So first of all, why we decide to introduce this feature this season, and what's the overall plan for this?
Well, I mean, there's multiple reasons. One, actually, it's an intention to, as we keep making new seasons, we are still operating under the formula of Seasons 2.0 that we started over a year ago now. This is the, I don't know, 4th or 5th season we're doing under this formula, and we're still iterating on that proposition. And one thing we wanted to do is do a better job also at connecting the story and the gameplay of the season together. So this is really, like, we had a bit of that last season already with the Pact, where it was about factions and faction control, and then we had retaliation. And here it's the same, but even more pushed, because we have the entire gameplay or the entire structure of the modifiers, the entire proposition of the modifiers is directly connected to the context and the story of the season. But also, what we want to do more and more with those modifiers and the gameplay of seasons is to try things, to test ideas. Like the idea of being able to control an NPC companion is, it's not new. It's things, it's suggestions we've seen a million times on the Division, from the days of Division 1, Division 2. It's ideas that we've had within the team already multiple times. And we thought, okay, how about we try it out? How about we try to make something like that? So this is really a first iteration. This is us trying an idea, trying something out. And when I say try, don't take that as this is a quick fix. It took a lot of work to actually get it and to make it work, and then to adjust following the PTS. But yeah, we want to try out the idea. We want to try this implementation, and then learn from that and see if in the future there is a world where hopefully we will be able to bring back this idea in a different format.
Yeah, no, I think that's a key part of the message, because I saw some people asking why this is not a permanent addition. So this is the first iteration. We're taking feedback on that. We did a lot of improvements since the PTS to the version that you will be able to play tomorrow. So we're super excited for that. And definitely there's space to potential return. So talking specifically about the feature now. So what is the NPC companions? Is the feature that allows you to recruit one of the true sons, the defectors, as we saw on the trailer. And now we're seeing a little bit of gameplay showing how they work, how you can recruit them. Yeah.
No, exactly. So as you run around in the world during this season, you will be able to find encounters where true sons are fighting each other. And if you join those encounters, you will be able to help the defectors. And once you help them and save them, if you succeed in helping them and saving them, you can recruit them. This is what we see here. So when you recruit them, you get a quick thumbnail that shows you what traits they have. So each companion comes with a random set of traits, and then you can decide, do I want to recruit that one or not? If you recruit them, they will join you, and then you can summon this companion to fight by your side. And then if you find a better one next time you're in the open world, then you can replace the one you have with that new one. So the differentiation between companions, also, it's not only those traits. We have three roles or three archetypes for the companions. So we have the assault archetype, which is, as you would expect with the name, is kind of the medium to closer range one, the more aggressive one, that's more focused on damage dealing and really like contact with the enemies. Then we have the engineer one, which is a bit more long ranged and a bit more of a support. In a way, support role. This is the assault we've seen with the RPG gun. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so this is the engineer with the turret. And then you have the medic, which is, of course, the full support one here. And this one is the one that's going to be healing you and helping you out in combat. So you can recruit one of each of those archetypes. You can only, of course, equip one of those 3 at a time. And then within those 3 archetypes, as I said, they each can roll, when you recruit them, random traits. So then it's really up to you to kind of keep the ones that are the best for you, that best fit your playstyle, and then go around in the world and have fun. And you can use those companions in a lot of different places. It's not just in the open world. You recruit them in the open world, but you can take them with you in missions and in other places as well.
Yeah, and some people were wondering now that we have companions if when you play co-op, you can still use them, because theoretically you have some help of another player, but actually you'll be able to spawn one of your companions. So can you briefly talk about the rules when we play co-op and how they can improve your gameplay with that?
Yeah, so the thing is, so you can have one companion per group. So what that means is it's only one companion at a time, so it's not one per player. So you can, in a way, make a group of 5, 4 players and 1 companion. Anyone can summon a companion, but then when a companion is summoned, there's a 90 seconds cooldown before someone else can summon one, so you can't just like switch all the time. And then as you synergize with your companion, and we'll get to that when we talk about modifiers, there's what we call the command link, which is something you build up the more you work with your companion, that allows you to trigger the ability of your companion. And that will build up no matter if it's your companion or the companion of the party. And then you are able to control the triggering of the command link as well. So it's going to help with a bit more synergies. You're not completely left out if it's not your companion. If it's the companion of someone else from the group, you will still benefit from the modifiers. You will still be able to build up your command link. You will still be able to actually trigger the ability of the companion. So it's almost as if it were yours, except that it might not be the archetype and the traits that you have equipped because it's the companion of someone else.
Yeah, and before, like you mentioned, the modifiers, everything from the season is very attached to the companions. So we're going to go over them and discuss a little bit more. But before we jump into that, we had the PTS, we got a lot of feedback. And I even read a comment of someone saying, will they be able to adjust everything that we're saying in such a short time? And actually, I think the team did an amazing job, and we're super happy with the result. But can you comment a little bit more about the type of feedback that we got from the companions during the PTS and the experience that players will have tomorrow?
Yeah, and if I can try to summarize the feedback we got from the PTS, and obviously it's much more granular than that. But I think overall, what we've seen is that a lot of you really connected with the idea of companions. But it was in the execution that there was still something that was left to desire. So, and as a summary, I think what we took away from that is that companions are a lot of fun when it works. But there were a lot of cases where it could be a bit clunky. The companion didn't necessarily did what I want to do or what I want them to do, or they were engaging at the wrong moment. So, the whole point of this is to be a bit more tactical, to be able to have even more control over the encounter. So if the companion is running wild and doing their own thing, then it can be problematic. So that's kind of where we focused a lot of the work. And as you said, the team did an amazing job, really pushed really, really hard in the past few weeks to try to improve the proposition as much as we could. And a lot of that work went into making the companions more responsive, more snappy, faster to react, a bit smarter in their decisions, a bit more potent as well. So really, since the whole point of this season and the whole gameplay is about companions, really let's try to make it shine, let's try to make it fun as much as possible, and let's make sure that when you try to control companions, when you try to give orders, they will actually follow what you're doing. So people who played on the PTS should hopefully see significant improvements in the responsiveness and the efficiency of the companions.
Yeah, and you mentioned about taking orders and making it very responsive. This is a strong part of the proposition of the season, that is becoming a squad leader. And the active modifier, or the global modifier that we have for the season, is called command link. So it's all about giving the right instructions to your companions and benefit from that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So as I mentioned earlier, command link is the name of the global modifier, and this is all about team synergy and synergy with your companion in particular. So as you do actions together with your companion, if you take down the same targets, or if you give order to your companions, if you revive, all these kind of things, you will be building up command link. And once that command link is full, this allows you to trigger the ability of the companion. So the ability is dependent on the archetype of the companion, as we mentioned. The assault companion will have the RPG launcher, the big rocket launcher. So you get to tell the companion, shoot your launcher there, like that. When it lands, it's very satisfying. And this is, by the way, much faster now. Also to also try to make sure that you can be accurate. Then the engineer has the turret, so you can control where the engineer will place their turret and when. And then the medic will have a support station. So this is what the command link will allow you to do. It allows you to control when and where they will be using their ability. Yeah, and we actually have a clip for the active modifier, so maybe you can watch now with all the three archetypes. The name of the active modifier for the assault companion is Spearhead, Tech Line for the engineer, and Quick Fix for the medic. So there's the turret that you mentioned. And now the Quick Fix. And just to be clear, so the active modifier, in a way, it is the archetype. It is the companion you use. So it is, we are making companions fit within the structure of the modifiers. So don't be confused, there is no extra ability. We are using the active modifier as your way to select which companion do you want to use, which one of the three archetypes. And then, as I said, they have their own ability, which is the active part of this. And something that we introduced a few seasons ago is the fact that now you can upgrade your active modifiers. And this season, since you're going to be recruiting different companions and changing them based on the traits, how that works for the upgrades? Do you keep the progression, or do you change entirely when you get a new companion? Yeah, no, you're right. So you can upgrade your companions, or they will gain in power as you use them and as you progress in the season. So they have ranks, up to 3 ranks, and the ranks are per archetype. So you need to use all the archetypes to level them up. But they are shared across the archetype. So what that means is if I recruit a new assault because the traits of that new assault are more interesting, I can recruit that one. That assault will inherit the upgrades or the rank of the assault archetype. So you don't have to re-level it up. They will always have the same rank, basically, within that archetype. Yeah. And also we have this season the passive modifiers, and we have 3 categories for them. We have the offense, the defense, and the tactics. So here we are seeing on screen all the different passive modifiers. They are also very attached to this mechanic of having someone by your side, right? Yeah. It's all about, again, it's about working with your companion. It's about giving boost when you're doing the right thing, and or boost to your companion as well. So of course the offensive ones are a bit more about damage. Defensive ones are a bit more about survivability, and the tactics ones are more about building up command link and all the synergies between you and your companion. So as usual, you get to equip 3 of them, and based on your playstyle and your build and which companion you prefer to play with, you should have a lot of different combinations available. Yeah, and finally we have the hostile modifiers as well. We have 3 this time, as last season as well. Now you're seeing on the screen, we have the commander, the jammer, and the fire team. All of them makes the enemies a little bit different than we are used to, so are going to test our ability to keep cooperating as a team and with our companions. So we have the 3 of them, and you will be able to hopefully identify the signs, and as usual learn the hostile modifiers and learn to recognize them when you play, because very often we see people jumping into the season and not really paying attention to the hostile modifiers, which is fair, that you're right, but then if you find that there are situations that where things don't behave the way you thought they should, that's probably because there were some hostile modifiers into play. So, my advice when you jump into the season, spend 5 minutes, read the description of everything, so you're educated, you're informed, and you can jump into the game and have fun. Yeah, especially the jammer, because the jammer kind of blocks your command link. So this way you know that is actually an enemy destroying your cooperation rather than the game is buggy or something like this.
All right, and we have the new gear. Every season we bring new fun tools to your toolbox. So this time we have new gear. We have brand set, the gear set. We have weapons, and we did some changes after the PTS feedback as well. The first one that we can discuss. Actually, before we talk about that, let's talk about gears in general, because something that maybe players have recognized now since season 2.0 is that we are trying to give those the creating gear that are connected to the fantasy as well, not only the modifiers but also useful tools for you to play during that time, right?
Yeah, and it's even more true now. So the same way that I was talking about trying to connect the modifier to the fantasy of the season and to the story of the season, we're trying to do that with the gear more and more as well. And in general, that's something you should see more as we go from season to season, but there should be even more and more of a cohesive proposition every time. So this time, as you said earlier, it's the fantasy we went with is the idea of the squad leader. It's the idea of like team synergies. It's the idea of being the one that's kind of like creating opportunities for the rest of the squad. So you get to control your companion as part of the gameplay, but also through your gear, the more you play with either your companion or your group members, the more powerful you and the rest of the party can become. So that's really been the kind of the guideline for us this season. Not everything, but a lot of the gear and the proposition we've made is really about this idea of like I'm a member of my squad and I'm the leader of my squad in a way, and I'm the one giving the orders.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's see first the brand set. So unit alloys. This is a very popular one. After we announced during the PTS, I saw a lot of people excited about this as new possibilities for them, especially those assault rifle players.
Yeah, well, it gives a rate of fire, so of course it's going to be exciting. But yeah, this one is actually a bit of an exception because yes, this one is not as much about squad leader. This one is a bit more about just about raw power. So it's rate of fire, it's assault rifle, it's something that should synergize with a lot of the meta builds that already exist today. So it's going to be interesting to add a new ingredient in there and see how players can play around with it.
And then we move to the gear set, the concentrated company. This one is, as you mentioned, a little bit more team play focused, right?
Yeah, this one is. And I mean, traditionally with the gear set, we always try to have a strong fantasy. So this one is part of that fantasy. So it's one where as you shoot enemies, you will see you mark them for 7 seconds, and when a mark enemy is taken down, then everybody benefits basically. So I'm trying to read my notes to make sure I do it justice, to be a bit more precise. But yeah, when it dies, everybody gets, or you receive extra weapon damage and crit hit damage, which is new. For each ally or skill that actually marked or shot that enemy. So that's really about you put a mark, then everybody kind of focuses on that target, and then you get boosted. And here, when we talk about ally means either group member or your companion as well.
So both categories fit into
yes
ally. Cool.
Yeah.
Moving to the name.
Just a couple mention, but yeah, a couple changes from the PTS on that one, just to be clear for people that may not have read the notes, but yes, so now it also gives crit hit damage on top of just the weapon damage, and you can also have more stacks and what was it? The chest also increase the amount of marks that can be placed. So yeah, it's gonna be it got a bit of a buff from the PTS, so it's gonna be interesting.
Cool. Moving to the named weapons. Now we have the lockdown. That is the shotgun that we have here with the perfect immobilize talent. A very cool talent. I saw some people talking about the fact that we are playing a little bit more with crowd control, with like control of enemies. So we also made some changes for this for the PvP environment, right? Yeah,
I was going to say for you PvP folks that look at those values and might be concerned. So we're going to slowly reintroduce more and more of a special PvP balance to items. So immobilize in this case will be will be different, for example. So it's going to be 10% and 15% for the named version. So the values will be different.
We also
他们
have
说 PVP
the
会变成
Frost named
15%还有
weapon,
10%。
the SMG.
PVE 是
So with the
15%。
same talent,
Mhm.
还有
also
20%。
another fun weapon to test this season.
Yeah.
And then we have the exotic gear. We have the beacon. That was one that got a strong buff during our PTS changes. So
Yeah, boy, did that one get a buff, yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's... I'm trying to read the notes to see in which order should I try to explain that, but yeah.
其实我想了很久，这个中文名字是不是烟
So
肉
it's only, you know, like
Bacon.
it buffs you with your allies, and basically, so yeah, the values. I don't know if you want me to go through all of them, but yeah, the
we're seeing them on the screen.
they
Like
see them on screen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Not
for
anymore.
the talent there.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
But these are the old values, I think, that we see on screen.
I think so. Yeah.
So
跟
the crit
PTS
damage is
没有
actually 30%
没有
instead of
改。
20. The skill efficiency is 15 instead of 10. The armor regen is 2% instead of 1. So, I mean, read the notes, but basically everything has been buffed on this item.
Yeah.
So I think the idea was really cool, but the overall output was not as good as we wanted it to be. It's an exotic item. You can only have one. So
数
let's
值
make
是有
sure
增强，
if
但
you're
是
going to
内容
sacrifice
是一
something,
样的。
especially a chess piece, which, you know, if you take a chess piece from a gear set, it's going to give you an extra, it's going to boost the gear set ability. So a chess piece is always a bit of a harder sacrifice to make for an exotic. So if we're going to give you an exotic chess piece, then let's make sure it's actually really a difference maker. So I think those new values will hopefully make people happy.
Yeah, and all the numbers, everything that you're seeing here and that we are
他们说
talking
希望
are going to be
新的数
published
值
on the
会
patch
让
notes.
大
So
家感到
right
开
after the
心。
stream or at some point of tonight, you'll be able to see everything in
今
the
晚会
written
把所有
form.
的
So
细节发
you
布
can
出
go
来
through
大
all
家
the
去
details and prepare for tomorrow. We have another exotic
应该是
called
明天下午
Bittersweet.
4点
So
就会更
it's
新。
our sniper. Yeah, with the talent Transfusion, which is, we were discussing that before the stream. It's a little bit fun, the fact that to make it work, you need to actually shoot your allies. So the talent is called Transfusion because you transfuse some healthy points from killing an enemy to one of your allies or skills. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have to do headshots to build stacks, and then you shoot your friends to actually heal them or repair them. But it's yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think it's a bit
射击敌人的头，
you
然
know,
后
a
再
bit of a
射队友
reminder
才
for
可以
those who
补
played
甲。
the old days
我
in
自己觉
Division
得
1.
是
It
没什
reminds
么
me a
用
bit
的
of
这
the
把。
Caduceus, which was also an exotic item where you could shoot and heal enemies as you did that. So it's a bit of the same logic here. But it's going to be hopefully a great weapon for those who want to play support or healer roles.
Yeah, and again, it's all about team building and team connection and becoming the squad leader. So it's very rewarding for those willing to play in a collaborative way. And before
the
we
leader
talk,
doesn't have to be on the front, you know.
exactly,
The leader can be on the back.
and before we talk about the last exotic of this season, we're gonna talk a little bit about the manhunt or the climax mission, because obviously we're not gonna talk about what's coming. We're not gonna talk about the spoilers or the story that will unfold during the season. But if you play the pack to the climax mission, you notice that it was a little bit harder. It was a little bit different than usual. What can we talk about? What's gonna be the season for those playing the manhunt
因为他
of
们说这次的猎捕
Mutiny?
会比较困难。
Yeah, it's I have to balance this, not to give away too much. No, but I mean, obviously, as I said, this is there's some big things happening with the True Sons. There's a real shift here. You know, a bit of a rift between two visions of what the True Sons should be doing. Anderson escaped the pact, so obviously you can expect that we're gonna go on his trail and try to catch up with him. And yeah, the climax is it's gonna be a bit different. And actually, if you've paid attention at the end of the current climax, you may already have some ideas on where the next climax will be. If not, well, expect a bit of a surprise here.
Yeah, and after you conclude the climax mission of the new season Mutiny, you will unlock, if you're doing the master difficulty, you will unlock the Sheriff shotgun, which is very popular on socials, as I've been reading the comments. So yeah, a very, very powerful shotgun. I must confess that I love to play with shotgun, so I think it's a very cool weapon.
Yeah, it's just a very powerful shotgun. So like the game was due for like a really, really punchy one. So yeah, I'm really curious and excited for that one. But you're gonna have to wait a bit because hopefully this time this one will be dropping where it's supposed to drop, which means in next climax and not the last one.
Yeah, and that's all the gear that you will find during the Mutiny season. And as always, we have a season pass, and with the season pass is how you can obtain the majority of those items. This season, the season pass is as we always had. So we have the free track and the premium track. The prices are very similar to what you guys are used to. For the premium track, we have 10 gear dice, 9 universal weapon skins, 2 outfits, 2 prestige arm patches, and 400 premium credits back. The free track also includes rewards like 3 arm patches, 1 outfit, 1 exotic weapon, 1 exotic gear, 2 named weapons, 2 named gear, and 1 universal weapon in skin. So yeah, both tracks feature a lot of caches that you can benefit as well over the season. And
sounds like you rehearsed that. It's a very good delivery of that list.
And the notes are very, very tiny, so I'm very proud of
Yeah, you don't see that, but it's written very, very small.
Very, very small.
Yes. But yeah, I think in total it's basically 3 outfits that you can get. There's 1 outfit that's available for free, 2 outfits that are part of the paid track, so 3 outfits you can get in total. Yeah, for those of you fashion fans, I don't know how fashionable the outfits are, but there are more variety and new options for you to dress up with.
Yeah, and also this season we have the Twitch drops, so you'll probably notice on social some of the creators already talking about that. The Twitch drop starts tomorrow. It goes from December 2nd to December 9th. We have universal weapon skin, we have a named item cache, we have the backpack trophy. It's the keyboard this time, called with the keys, the Division 2. I love this one. I think that's my favorite reward of this Twitch drops. And you just need to watch Twitch streamers from Division 2 from December 2nd tomorrow until December 9th at 11:59 p.m. Central European Time. But we have December is a very packed month when it comes to events, and every single time that we're introducing a new season, we're trying to add a lot of activities, a lot of reasons for players to play and have fun with Division 2. And during last season in the Pact, we tried something new called the CC collab. So we have content creators joining us for a special collab. We had Nothing But Skills, DJ Tico, and Rogold with their items exposed or available inside the Division 2. This time we are happy to announce that we're going to have another batch of creators. So after this stream, they will be allowed to share on socials exactly what are the items. I can tease that we're going full steam on the winter theme, so you can expect
it's getting cold, so you need to dress up.
You need to be prepared accordingly. And
we learn that side of the world, on that half of the world, it's getting cold.
We learned a lot from the last event. We got a lot of feedback from the creators, from the players as well. So this event's going to be a little bit different. The way that it's balanced, we're putting giving more time for people to find the items on the open world loot. We're gonna have a little reduce. We're gonna have a little reduce the project chains to obtain the backpack, so more people can benefit earlier, and everything is going to be available in an article for you to read. And from the content creators, the information itself. The event goes from December 9th. It starts on December 9th and it has different schedule for that. But yeah, we're super excited. And one of the main things that we got as a feedback from last time is that people really wanted the arm patches. So we're learning as well. The first creators were very patient on having just a few of them available and dealing with the community asking for more. So we're happy to inform that for this time we're going to have one single code that everybody can redeem, so we don't have like a limited use of how many people can get the arm patch. Everybody can have your favorite streamer arm patch, and as a benefit from that, the first creators, so Rogold, DJ Tico, and Nothing But Skills, will get their code as well. So if you missed in the last season, now it's your time to go there and get yours back. Cool. And yeah, we have more. Please, Diana.
No, I just wanted to say, it's like everything else. We did it once, and it was pretty successful. At least a lot of people seem to be excited for that, for those partnerships. So we want to do it again. And as with everything else, we learn in the process. We iterate. We try to refine the formula. So I'm really excited that we get to do it again, and that we get to do it with other people, and hopefully in the future even more and more people will be able to participate. So yeah, it's great to be able to give back to the community.
And I realized that I didn't say the name of the creators that we're gonna feature. So
I wasn't sure. Is that
no,
secret?
That's a big thing, because I'm just allowed to say their names or who they are, and they will show the items themselves. So we're gonna have this season, we're gonna have Splinter Shields, we're gonna have the Gaming Brigade, and we're gonna have GC Rock. So 3 content creators of our community, 3 pillars of our community who are also very active, helping newcomers and everybody with what is the Division universe and how you can improve on that. So yeah, we're super happy. And so go there, follow them, and you will see through their channels exactly what are the items. We're not gonna spoil that. They will be the ones sharing the good news. Okay, and something that we announced on Friday and became very popular is something that actually we're creating a new tradition, because December is a very important month for the Division. Winter is coming, everything is very thematic, and we have the Survive Fest now.
Yes.
It's a new tradition.
Yeah. Well, it's it's a new thing we want to start, because obviously, as you know, we're working on Survivors, a new proposition in the Division 2, and which is based on the fantasy of survival from Division 1. So this idea of surviving in the winter and in the snow is something that's going to stick with us for some time. So instead of waiting for Survivors, we decided to actually just get started already. And start the Survive Fest, which is a way to celebrate the nostalgia and the memory of survival, the game mode in the Division 1, at least for this year. So this is what this is all about. It's going to be a time period during which we invite you to go in Division 1 and play survival to get rewards in the Division 2. So a good opportunity to jump back into the first game, jump back into survival. I haven't done that in a very long time, so it's going to be very interesting for me at least to do it, and I'm sure a lot of people as well, and a lot of great memories.
Yeah, and it's not something entirely new, because we know that the community has organized events like this to invite everybody to go back to Division 1 and play. So we're super happy to make it more official, to support the players doing that. And so for all players joining the event during logging during the time of the event, we're going to have a special arm patch. And for 20 random players who successfully extract in survival during this Survive Fest, we're going to give them a golden version of that arm patch, so a very exclusive trophy for you to brag, and the Woodsman outfit that will be available as well. So we are super excited to officially connect the tradition of going back to survival in December, going back to New York, and have that. And of course, we want you to go there, to experience, to remember what you liked, what you didn't like, so we can improve. So giving feedback is an important thing for us as well. We want you to say, hey, I like this, I don't like this, I would like to have this instead. So it's very important for us for the development of Survivors and what's going to be the future of this game in 2026, and with this development with the community. And to celebrate that, next week it's when it starts. So December 9th. There are so many dates here.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back to this channel. I'll be here with Magnus Jensen, the creative director of Survivors, and we're gonna play survival together, and we're gonna chat with the community. We're gonna have some runs trying to be one of those to extract in survival, and we're going to discuss a little bit more about how it was to make survival and everything that we are excited for Survivor. So it's a very, very packed month, as I mentioned. We have next week, like the season starts tomorrow, December 2nd. December 9th, we have the beginning of the CC Collab event, and we have the beginning of Survive Fest that will be available from December 9th to December 15th. So this week, you'll be able to play. If you play, you'll be able to get the rewards in Division 2 from survival gameplay.
Have you played Survival already, or will that be your first time?
Since I joined Massive, I've been only playing Division 2, so it's going to be my first time. Actually, I'm thinking about playing during this week, so I don't go there completely clueless. Like, people are expecting me to fail miserably. I'm happy that Magnus will be with me, but I'm super excited for that because I've been spending so much time in Division 2 to get better, to be on the same page as our community, that I'm excited to test that and see how it goes. So, yeah. It's going to be fun.
So it's going to be a discovery for you as well. Nice.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, as I mentioned, December is super packed. So we have the season starting tomorrow. Next week, we have Survive Fest and CC Collab. And there's more. We cannot talk much about that, but do you want to give them a tease?
Well, I mean, December is a very important month for us. It's a month where we like to give. It's a month where we like to do a lot of things, and of course, we're also, working on events, a bunch of new events. We know that Halloween was quite popular. I hope you all had fun playing it as much as we had fun making it, and obviously, that's a formula we want to iterate on. So I'm very happy to say that, yes, it will come back this winter in a different way, but we are building a winter event that's going to be an iteration on the Halloween formula. So hopefully everything you liked about Halloween will be coming back, but with a whole new thematic, that thematic of winter. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and there will be a time where we're going to be revealing all of that. We're being cryptic just because we want to save the moment to really reveal and celebrate all of that. And right now we want you to focus on the new season, but don't worry, there will be news very soon on the winter event.
So this is the Mutiny stream, launch stream. So tomorrow you can play the new season, you can play with the new feature, you can have fun. There's Twitch drops for you. Next week we have the Survive Fest starting, the CC Collab event, and stay tuned for more information about the winter event that will come later this month. I will be here next Tuesday with Magnus Jansen playing Survival, so be prepared for that. And probably players have noticed now that the CC Collab event and the Survive Fest starts at the same time. The 3 creators from our CC Collab will be involved with Survive Fest in some way, so expect something fun with them as well. Now it's time to watch the Dev Diary. So if you join late, you didn't know very well what we're talking, what's Mutiny, everything that will start tomorrow, we have the summarized version of that coming with the Dev Diary right after this stream. Yannick, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you everyone for tuning in and for watching. Stay tuned for the Dev Diary. As Leo said, it's going to be a good recap, so don't leave just yet. Watch the thing. Play the game, have fun, tell us how companions feel, give us feedback on everything else, the new gear as well, the events, all of that. We're always hungry for feedback. We want to hear what you like and what you don't like. We have a bright future ahead of us and a lot of ideas and a lot of things we want to do, so we want to hear from you.
The patch notes of Mutiny will be available right after the stream. Go there, have fun. If you haven't finished the pact, you have a few hours before the new season starts tomorrow. So yeah, thank you so much everybody for your audience. And now we're gonna watch the Dev Diaries. Bye.
Bye. Time and again, we have fought to protect the peaceful way of life. But now, yesterday's enemies could become today's allies. The Division 2 Mutiny finds Shade agents caught in a rift within the True Sons. As unrest spreads through the True Sons, the Division joins forces with a group of defectors to ignite an uprising.
Mutiny season comes with a new feature, NPC Companion, allowing players to recruit and command their former enemies. through some defectors and fight back to take the streets of DC together.
As a squad leader, you command the True Sons companions, each with their own unique traits and abilities. Every squad of agents can recruit one companion at a time. You can choose from 3 companion archetypes: Assault, Medic, and Engineer.
Companions can be recruited in the open world, where some encounters offer a chance to earn a powerful new ally with distinct skills and traits. Once recruited, your companion will follow your lead, fight by your side, revive you in battle, and can be commanded to unleash their special abilities using the command link global mode. Companion comes with 2 randomly rolled traits, inspiring you to experiment and adapt your strategy. Some traits are universal, some restricted for certain archetypes, and some are quite rare, featuring special behavior. The companion feature is exclusive to the Mutiny season, so be sure to enjoy it while it's available.
With teamwork and tactical coordination at the heart of this season, the Division 2 Mutiny introduces a brand new global modifier, the Command Link. The Command Link is all about rewarding smart, coordinated play between you and your recruited True Sons companion. Every time you and your companion work together, whether it's covering each other, setting up attacks, or completing objectives, you'll earn a powerful combat buff, charge your companion's command link meter, and gain modifier XP. Once the meter is full, you can unleash your companion's active modifier, turning the tide of battle in your favor.
Active modifiers in Mutiny are designed to reinforce tactical play and reward coordinated teamwork. Each active modifier is tied to an archetype role, and they are activated when your command link meter is full.
Each ability comes with its own command link.
超卡什么东西？
Spearhead is designed for an assault type companion, allowing them to fire an RPG that deals explosive damage and inflicts bleed on all enemies within range.
Tech Line lets your engineer companion deploy a turret that automatically targets weak points and enemy skill proxies. Quick Fix empowers your medic companion to deploy a support station that revives, heals, and cleanses all allies.
Just like last season, active modifiers can be upgraded through modifier XP, with 3 upgrade levels in total. All companions within the same archetype share upgrade progress and benefit from the same unlocked effects. So switching between companions of the same type won't reset your progression.
And we're back. Just to say that we noticed that the video is a little bit off, a little bit weird, but you can watch the whole thing in a very good quality on our YouTube channel. So stay tuned for the full version of the Dev Diary in a very good form. And yeah, again, thank you so much for joining us for the stream. See you next time. See you next week, to be honest. And yeah, have fun.
For you.
Bye-bye.
See you.